Hello my friends. Lesson 11. Queen Elizabeth II was one of the most famous and respected leaders of the modern world. Her life stretched across almost a full century, and during that time she witnessed enormous changes in politics, culture, technology, and society. For people learning English, her story is both interesting and useful because it includes many simple historical ideas, important vocabulary, and clear events that shaped the world. This biography presents her life in an easy-to-understand style, while remaining factual and educational. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor was born on April 21, 1926, in London. At the time of her birth, no one expected her to become queen. Her father, the Duke of York, was not the first in line to the throne. Her childhood was quiet and private compared to what her future would become. She spent her early years between London and the family home in Windsor. Elizabeth was a calm and serious child. She loved animals, especially dogs and horses, which later became her lifelong passions. Her parents, the Duke and Duchess of York, believed in simple family values, honesty, duty, and kindness. They taught Elizabeth and her younger sister Margaret to respect others, to work hard, and to stay disciplined. Elizabeth was educated at home by tutors. She studied history, literature, religion, and languages. One of her private teachers later said that young Elizabeth had a strong sense of responsibility even as a child. She understood that her family played a role in national life and that she might someday have important duties. Everything changed in 1936 when Elizabeth was just 10 years old. Her uncle, King Edward VIII, abdicated the throne to Mary Wallis Simpson, an American woman who was considered unacceptable for the monarchy at the time. Because of this event, Elizabeth's father became King George VI, and Elizabeth suddenly became the heir to the British throne. This was a dramatic change in her life. She now knew that one day she would become queen. The quiet girl from a private home would grow up to become one of the most influential women in the world. During World War II, Elizabeth showed early signs of leadership. She gave a radio speech at the age of 14, comforting children who had been separated from their families during the war. Later, she joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service, where she learned to drive and repair military vehicles. She was the only female member of the royal family to actively serve in the military during the war. These experiences shaped her sense of duty and showed the public that she was ready to stand with them during difficult times. After the war, Elizabeth took on more royal responsibilities. She traveled with her parents around the United Kingdom and abroad, representing the monarchy and learning the skills of public leadership. In 1947 she married Philip Mountbatten, a naval officer and former Prince of Greece. Their marriage lasted more than 70 years, making it one of the longest royal marriages in history. Together they had 4 children, Charles, Anne, Andrew, and Edward. In February 1952, during a royal tour in Kenya, Elizabeth learned that her father had died. She immediately became Queen Elizabeth II at the age of 25. Her coronation took place in 1953 and became the first major event broadcast on television across the world. Millions of people watched, marking the beginning of a new era, the television age, with Queen Elizabeth at its center. Her reign lasted 70 years, the longest in British history. During that time, Britain changed dramatically. The empire declined, and many former colonies became independent nations. Modern technology reshaped communication. Political systems evolved, and society transformed. Through all of this, the Queen remained a symbol of stability. She met with 15 British prime ministers, from Winston Churchill to Liz Truss. She also met with presidents, kings, scientists, athletes, astronauts, and countless ordinary citizens. Her constant presence created a sense of continuity in a fast-changing world. One of the most distinctive features of Elizabeth's reign was her commitment to public service. She performed thousands of engagements, opened hospitals and schools, supported charities, and traveled across the Commonwealth, a group of nations connected by history and cooperation. She believed deeply in the Commonwealth and worked to strengthen relationships between its members. Her speeches were simple, calm, and focused on unity. She rarely expressed personal opinions, which helped maintain the monarchy's neutral role. Elizabeth was also known for her sense of discipline. She followed strict daily routines and worked tirelessly on official documents, meetings, and ceremonies. Despite being one of the most recognized people in the world, she lived a surprisingly practical life. She preferred simple breakfasts, long walks with her corgis, and quiet evenings reading or watching television. Family moments, such as spending time at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, were especially important to her. The Queen faced many challenges as well. The monarchy experienced public criticism during periods of social change. The marriage of her son Charles and Princess Diana became a major global story, followed by their divorce and Diana's tragic death. During these difficult moments, the Queen was often pressured to respond quickly while balancing her personal feelings with her public duties. Critics and supporters alike agreed that she learned to adapt to modern expectations and gradually made the monarchy more open and relatable. In the later years of her life, Elizabeth continued working even as her health declined. She remained active through her 90s and became the world's longest-serving female head of state. She celebrated several jubilees, silver, golden, diamond, and platinum, all marking major anniversaries of her reign. These events brought millions of people together in celebration and appreciation for her dedication. Queen Elizabeth II passed away on September 8, 2022, at Balmoral Castle. Her death marked the end of an era. Leaders, celebrities, and ordinary citizens around the world expressed gratitude for her life of service. Her eldest son became King Charles III, continuing the royal legacy. Elizabeth II is remembered as a constant figure in a rapidly changing world. For 70 years she represented tradition, stability, and a calm leadership style. She lived through wars, political crises, scientific breakthroughs, cultural revolutions, and global transformations. Yet through every change, she remained dedicated to her role and committed to serving her people. Her life story continues to inspire students, historians, and millions of people who admire her strength, discipline, and quiet dignity. This biography offers learners a clear and simple path to understanding one of the most important figures of modern history. Her journey teaches lessons about responsibility, resilience, humility, and the impact of consistent service. Queen Elizabeth II's legacy will continue to influence the world for generations to come.